Good evening. Good evening. This is Freddie Vasquez, Basement Politics, Rush Hour Report. Freddie Vasquez, Basement Politics, Rush Hour Report. Today is Monday, February 14th, 2022. Happy Valentine's Day to you folks. Happy Valentine's Day, Yonkers. I hope all you lovely ladies out there received roses today. I hope all of you did. But if you didn't, I'm sending you virtual roses. Happy Valentine's Day from Basement Politics. Good evening. How was your Monday? Mine was just lovely. Current temperature is 23 degrees. It's very cold today. 24, the high, 14 degrees a low. Cold. I thought we were going to get into some better weather. All right, we did have some warm weather. But anyway, I wanted to go on real quick to remind you again that I will be on tonight. I'm going to finish talking a little bit about the YCPTA as well as the Yonkers School Board. There's a rally coming up. Who's joining us? Who's rallying with us? Well, I'll be there, and I'll talk more about that in details. But now I wanted to briefly discuss some of our councilmen who were speaking with Rob Astorino, Republican. So obviously it would be our Republican council members, Mike Breen and Anthony Moranti. They joined Rob Astorino in protest of a law that the state is trying to get passed, or they're looking to pass, that will eliminate single-family home zones. That's right. They want to pass, Democrats want to pass a bill that will eliminate all single-family residential home zoning throughout the state of New York. So anywhere they can go ahead and build multiple family dwellings. Yeah, that's concerning many people who are afraid that their quiet communities will become loud and overcrowded. Mike Breen was there. He spoke, and I want to play it real quick. They spoke maybe for about a minute each, and I just want to play that. And Mike Breen, and I find it very interesting that he's there protesting it or against this, because it doesn't seem like he really is, and I'll tell you in a minute and why. Is it playing? Oh. Oh, here we go.
Anthony? Thanks, Rob. Anthony Moranti, councilman.
Oh, Anthony.
I want to echo, obviously, all my colleagues here, and Mike Green, my minority leader here in the city of Yonkers. This is absolutely an atrocious piece of legislation. Again, it allows other local politicians to hide behind their counterparts up in Albany so they can say, I didn't do it. This is, we know our own local towns. We know what's good for our people in our city. Yonkers has very little space available to it right now. Can you just imagine a 50 by 100 lot having a house to be built on top of it? This will let it be done, and the character as we know it will disappear one lot at a time until it's a city that we never recognize ever again. We must stop it before it starts and put it back in the freezer up in Albany. Take care. Thank you very much, Rob. Thank you.
That was Councilman Anthony Moranti. I want to play now Mike Breen, what he said, and then I'll kind of go over that, because I think they're a bunch of hypocrites, and I'll tell you why in a minute. That's right. I think they're a bunch of hypocrites.
A little cold on a day like this. Anyone else?
This is Mike Breen.
Thanks, Rob. Anthony Moranti, Councilman, 6th District in Yonkers.
Oh,
I
that's
want to echo,
Moranti
obviously,
again.
all my colleagues
Not
here
sure.
and
Hold
my-
on one second. I must have saved the both the Anthony Moranti's only, but I got the video here and I want to play it. But Anthony Moranti, he goes on to say that if we allow this to happen, and again, this is concerning a bill that they want to pass, that would eliminate single-family residential zoning, right? That means that they would be able to build multiple family dwellings anywhere in any neighborhood. It doesn't matter where, so their concerns is that this is going to cause overcrowding. However, look what's happening here in the city of Yonkers. And for the most part, Anthony Moranti has been in favor or okay with that. He hasn't been concerned of the overcrowding, especially in the downtown Southwest area, South Side, right? But now it's affecting possibly his district, and he's concerned. But Mike Breen, and I want to play his part here, he's a hypocrite. And let me play.
Hi, Mike Breen, Yonkers City Council, Minority Leader. Yonkers proudly became the third largest city in the state of New York through smart growth and diversity. With this pending legislation, we could be the second largest city in the state of New York in 2 weeks. So it's just not going to work. We have zoning, we have S75 homes, S100 homes. I don't need to see my neighborhoods dotted with Hochul huts on all these lots. So this legislation has to go nowhere. It's the equivalent to bail reform for New York City, and Westchester County and all the other counties are going to get this kind of zoning reform. It's ridiculous, has no place in the state of New York. Thank you.
He compares it to bail reform. He said it's a bad idea, and it's similar. It's like the bail reform. And this is, again, if you're just joining me in regards to legislation that would eliminate single-family home residential zoning. But Mike Breen, you seem to be okay with that. As the council member for the 5th District, you were okay with rezoning areas in the 5th District in order to allow townhomes and duplexes to be built. So I just want those in the 5th District and people in Yonkers to understand that he may be standing there grandstanding because he's next to Rob Astorino, and this is getting covered probably by, multiple media sources, News 12 or whoever, and he wants to show face. And so does Moranti. He wants to be mayor. Any opportunity to show your face and speak up and act like you care, they're going to jump on it. Mike Breen says we've proudly became the third largest city, and if this legislation is passed, we will become the second largest city in no time, and we can't have that happen. So when you said proudly, was that sarcasm? And by you allowing duplexes and townhomes in the 5th District, is that not going to increase an already increasing, population area with increasing population density? You got to look at Central Avenue, especially on the weekends, or even at 5 o'clock. Right? So Yonkers has become the third largest city. We're growing too rapidly for our own good. And they were a part of that. But then they stand here and say, we can't let this legislation pass. And I don't disagree with them. I agree with them, actually. But I just don't agree with their hypocrisy. And I'm going to call out these elected officials who double talk and double speak. Let's hold them accountable. Let's make them say what they mean and mean what they say. So that's my quick report here for the Rush Hour Report. I will be on tonight. I will be talking about the YCPTA. I started mentioning that on the last podcast. I will also be talking about the Yonkers School Board. Individuals that are making decisions or are tasked with advocating for students and parents in our school district. But are they effective? And can they be effective if they don't have any real connection with the majority of the students that go to the Yonkers Public School, or even just the majority of people or in general, regardless of color? Because being white doesn't mean you're rich, and just like being Hispanic or black doesn't mean you're poor. Right? But there are some individuals that are just a notch ahead of most people, right? Elite. This elite group of people that are just really disconnected from the working class individuals, middle class individuals, and especially the low income, low socioeconomic communities. If they do have a child that goes to the Yonkers Public School, I can guarantee you they are either Pulaski or DeCharo, far away from those schools that are in much need. I'm Freddie Vasquez. Join me tonight at 9, and I'll be discussing that in more detail. See you then. Enjoy the rest of your day, folks. Don't forget to tune in. I want to hear your comments, especially parents. I want to hear what you have to say, right? They should be working on making all the schools good. We shouldn't have to pick 3 choices and pray you get your first choice. I'm Freddie Vasquez. Join me tonight. We'll discuss on Basement Politics Unfiltered. Don't forget to join me tonight as we discuss our Yonkers public schools and the individuals that are tasked with making decisions, important decisions that affect the school district and ultimately our students, our children. Are they doing an effective job? And can they do an effective job? Join me tonight.